Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some more post 1961 Apba bats. We got a three-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and Washington Nationals. In game number one, leading off for the Brew Crew, playing second base is Vina. Batting second, playing short is Yount. Batting third, playing third base is Molitor. Batting fourth, playing first base is Fielder. Batting fifth, playing right field is Yelich. Batting sixth, playing left field is Braun. Batting seventh, playing center field is Ogilvy. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Nilsson. And batting ninth and on the mound is Corbin Burns. And now for your hometown, Washington Nationals. Leading off, playing left field is Alou. Batting second, playing short is Turner. Batting third, playing second base is Murphy. Batting fourth, playing center field is Harper. Batting fifth, playing third base is Rendell. Batting sixth, on the catching is Carter. Batting seventh, playing right field is Soto. Batting eighth, playing first base is Segui. And on the mound and batting ninth is Steve Rogers. Let's get down here to the ball field and get this party started. And to lead it off here for the Brewers is Vina. He's batting 161. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs. And this is Steve Rogers' third appearance. He's 0-1 with a 3.07 ERA. And here's the pitch to Vina. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Turner. He picks it up, fires over to first. And there is one down. And now you got Rockin' Robin Yount. And Yount's batting 277. He's got 3 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And with one out, you got a runner down at first. And Paul Molitor steps up to the plate. And Paul's batting 413, off to a great start with 3 homers and 14 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Harper's got a beat on it, makes the catch, and now there's 2 down. So it's up to Mr. Fielder to deliver here with 2 outs and a runner down at first. Fielder's batting 222. He's got 1 homer and 5 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Murphy. Now, that'll end the inning. And the Brew Crew strand 1. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Brewers nothing. Washington coming to the plate with Alou, Turner, and Murphy. And you see the team comparisons. The Brew Crew's 8-3 with a 238 average, on base percentage of 315, slugging 455 with an OPS of 770. And Washington's off to a 4-7 start, batting 203, 279 on base, slugging 387, and an OPS of 666. And you got a Lou up here now. And he's batting 0-33, off to a terrible start. He is just 1 for 30, folks. No homers and 1 RBI. And Burns, his third appearance of the year, has no record and a 5.25 ERA. Here's the pitch to Alou. Skip to Alou, my darling. Swings and misses. And that'll be out number 1. And now you got Trey Turner up. And Turner, he's off to a slow start too. It explains the 4-7 record, batting 069 with a homer and 2 RBI. And he gets a hold of this, drives it in the right field. And that'll be a 1 out double. And that brings up Murphy now with a runner in scoring position in this 0-0 game. Murphy batting 222, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. See if Trey tags up and goes down the And that'll be a 31. I doubt if he goes anywhere on this. Down if he goes anywhere. That's a shallow shot out in the right field. He's going to stay put because a single's going to score him anyway. So now you got Harper up with 2 down. Can old Bryce deliver here and give Washington a 1-0 lead? And Harper is batting .310. He's got 4 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Might be a smart decision there to pitch around him. Now you got first and second and Anthony Rendon up. And Anthony's batting .200 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. First and second, 2 outs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vina. He'll go to short way over to second, and that ends the inning. The Nats strand 2. We get to the top of the second. It's a nothing game. You got Yelich, Braun, and Ogilvy due up here for the Brewers. And Christian's batting .379 with 4 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that's out number 1. And Ryan Braun now comes to the plate, batting .286 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, drives it in the gap. And again, the Brewers got a runner on now with 1 out down the scoring position this time. And then Ben Ogilvy comes up with the go-ahead run down at second. He's off to a slow start. He's 2 for 29, batting .069, no homers and 1 RBI. And he gets a hold of this one, though, talking crap about him. He says, I'm not hitting, huh? And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Ogilvy hits a homer here. The deep center field. They give the Brew Crew a 2-0 lead. And bring up Mr. Dave Nielsen now with 1 out and nobody on after the homer. Batting .217 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play. 54 and a 38. That's going to be a ball 1. So he falls behind here to Nielsen with the 1-0 pitch now after the homer. And that's going to be a fly ball. Harper's got room out there in center field, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And Mr. Burns himself is up, and he says, we don't need no stinking DH, batting .333 on the year, no homers and no RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, drives that ball out into the gap, and nice catch out there by Harper. Takes a base hit away from Mr. Burns, and that'll end the inning. But the Ben Ogilvy 2-run homer makes it 2-0 Brewers. We go to the bottom of the second. You got Carter, Soda, and Seguido up here. And the kid's only batting 100. He's 2 for 20, folks, with no homers and 2 RBIs. And the kid flies out to Ben Ogilvy in center field. And there's 1 out here in the second. And Juan Soto comes to the plate, batting .278 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, squares it up. See where this one ends up at. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. Juan Soto's got a 1-out double. And the Nationals got the tying run at the plate now. And Mr. David Segui batting .182 with no homers and no RBIs. David get an RBI here and get the Nationals a little closer. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. And let's see, Soto's got good speed down there. And that'll be a 4. That'll be a 44. And they're going to be sending him a 28. That'll be a 54 or lower. He's safe at home. And he's safe at home. That cuts the lead in half. And it's now a 2-1 game with David Segui down at first and Steve Rogers coming to the plate as Aaron Reed joins us here. Check out his great channel. And Steve Rogers is 0 for 4. They're going to put the bunt sign down. See if he can move him over in the scoring position. And a 23. That's going to be first and second on an error. And the runner's going to get down to third. Let's see here. The pitcher, 13. That's going to be a... Nope, that's going to be a sacrifice bunt back to the pitcher. Burns got it. Comes up with it. Throws over to first. And who's covering over at first? And Vina's covering. That'll be out number 2. And that brings up Lou now with a runner in scoring position to tie and run down at second. David doesn't have much speed. It might take a double even with 2 outs to score David. Here's the pitch to Lou. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. That's going to be a base on balls. So first and second now. And the go-ahead runs on the bases for Trey Turner. And Turner, he doubled his first time up. Can he do it again here? Driving a run at least. And that is going to be 2 balls and no strikes. All of a sudden, Burns can't find the strike zone here. Ball's behind on Trey. And Trey take advantage of the 2-0 count. And no, he comes back and 2-0 and strikes him out. Threw nothing but gas there at the end and made him look like Linda Ronstadt with a bunch of blue bayous. And now we go to the top of the third, and it's 2-1 game now. I'm talking about, that was only 2 outs. That was 3 outs. And we got Vina due up here at the top of the order. And you can see the team replay comparisons. You got the Brewers with 78 strikeouts. They've walked 43 batters, given up 33 doubles and 2 triples. And Washington's has struck out 83 batters, walked 39, given up 23 doubles and no triples. And Vina's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Rogers with his first strikeout of the game for out number 1. And Robin Yount, he singled his first time up, 1 for 1. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a fly ball out the right field. Soto makes the move into the gap, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Oh, cool, buddy. I'll have to check it out. Aaron says he finished his 66 World Series. And Paul Molitor's up now. He's 0 for 1, 2 down, nobody on. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And he strikes Paul out, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third with Murphy, Harper, and Rendon due up. And you can see the Brewers got 2 more games here in Washington. Then they go home to take on the Giants. And Murphy is 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Burns his 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 up and 1 down. And Mr. Harper's up now. Bryce Harper walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Burns. He makes the play, fires over to first, and there's 2 down. And Anthony Rendon's up now. He's 0 for 1. Brings it into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Ben Oglivie catches it. And that'll end that part of the third. To the top of the fourth we go. Still a 2-1 Brewers lead. You got Mr. Fielder due up, followed by Yelich and Braun. And Fielder's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Murphy. He's up with it for out number 1. Christian Yelich comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out the left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Roger all of a sudden is heating up. That's his 3rd strikeout now. And Ryan Braun comes up. He doubled and came around the score back in the 2nd. And that's going to be against the righty, 20. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So you got 2 outs and Ryan Braun down at first. And here comes Ben Ogilvie. He hit the big 2-run homer his first time up. Can he do it again and increase this lead? Now it's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yep, he hits him. And that might be a little intentional there. Definitely pitching him inside, trying to get him off the plate. I don't know if he hit him on purpose or just didn't care if he hit him. But now you got 1st and 2nd, and the Brew Crew ain't happy. That brings up Mr. Dave Nielsen, 0 for 1 today. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 out in a 2-1 game. And that's going to be against the righty. Be a 13. And that's going to be a nice play down there by Murphy. Gets to that ball, tosses it over to first, and saves that inning for Steve Rogers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 2-1 Brewers. You got the kid Carter due up Soda and Segui. And Gary's 0 for 1. Flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Ogilvie, and Ogilvie camps under it again. And there's 1 down. And Juan Soto comes to the plate. 1 for 2 with a double and came around to score the only run for the Nats so far. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Soto trots on down to first. Brings up David Segui. And Segui had an RBI single his first time up. Here's the pitch to David. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And there they go around the horn here for the double play. 21 and a 4. And that's what they do, folks. That's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. That'll win the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-1 Milwaukee. And you got Burns due up. He'll be followed by Vina and then Yount. And Burns is 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field again. Harper comes in a few steps, makes the catch, and there is 1 down. And Vina comes up. He's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Not this time, folks. He turns on that ball, hits that ball in the right field. Soto gets over, cuts it off, keeps him to a single. Now you got Vina down at first with 1 out. And Mr. Yount's 1 for 2, singled back in the first. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going? Kiss it goodbye. Rockin' Robin Yount hits this one in the deep part of left field. And it is now a 4-1 ball game. 1 out and nobody on. Paul's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Rogers. Over to first. And now there's 2 down. And Mr. Fielder, he is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to second twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Alou goes near the line, makes the catch. Now to win the inning, but Robin Yount with a 2-run homer makes it a 4-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You got Rogers due up, Lou and Turner. And Steve had a sacrifice bunt his first time up, and he gets a hold of this one. Steve Rogers says, "Hold on, I'm getting my first hit of the year." He drives that ball into the right field, and it drops in front of Yelich for a single. Steve Rogers is aboard here with a leadoff single, and Lou's up now. And Lou is 0 for 1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out and walked his last time up. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. Yount makes the play. And there is one down. That brings up Turner now with 1 on, 1 out. He's 1 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Burns strikes him out for 2 down. Burns' 4th strikeout of the game. And it's up to Murphy here to deliver after that leadoff single by Rogers. Murphy's 0 for 2. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Ogilvie barely has to move, makes the catch. Now to end the inning, the Steve Rogers single goes nowhere. And we go to the top of the 6th. It's a 3-run lead for the Brewers. You got Yelich, Braun, and Ogilvie due up. Christian's 0 for 2 today. Struck out his last time up. That's going to be against the righty, 13. That's going to be an infield hit by Yelich. He gets aboard here. Leadoff single. And that brings up Braun. And Braun's 2 for 2. He has doubled and singled. Came around the score his last time up. Christian down there at first. Here's the pitch to Ryan Braun. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And I think that's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. Yep. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. That gets rid of the leadoff single. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on. And Ben Ogilvie comes up. And Ben's 1 for 1. He is homered and been hit by a pitch. And that's going to be the first time they get him out. Ball's hit out to Lou in left field. He waits for it, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. You got Harper, Rendon, and Carter due up here. 4, 5, 6 hitters. And you see, we already talked about Milwaukee's schedule. Here's the pitch to Harper, 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Paul at 3rd. Fires over to 1st. And there's 1 down. And Rendon comes up. Anthony's 0 for 2 today. Can he get aboard here with 1 out? Nope, that's hit right back to Burns. He fires over the 1st. And now there's 2 down. And up comes Mr. Carter. He's 0 for 2, flown out to center twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Paul Molitor. And that'll be a 1, 2, 3 bottom of the 6th as we go to the top of the 7th. 4-1 Milwaukee. You got Nielsen. Probably a pitch hitter for Burns. I don't know. We're going to take Burns out. It's only giving up 1 run. Well, it all depends. And then Vina. So Dave is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Turner. He muffs this one, folks. That's an E6. And Nelson's aboard here. And now Burns is up. They're going to let him pitch here. So they're going to let him bat. He is 0 for 2. They're going to put the bunt sign down. And that's going to be a 35 on a bunt. And the catcher, a 56 and a 9. A 56 and a 9. That's going to be fielding column 1. And that's going to be the old double play. That is popped up. No, it's not. It's a ground ball down the. Yep, that's going to be the old double play. It's going to be the old 2-6-3 double play. So that wipes out the lead off batter. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Vina. And Vina's 1 for 3. He singled and came around the score his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll end the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 4-1 Brewers lead. You got Soto, Segui, and a pitch hitter for Rogers due up here in the bottom of the 7th with Washington trailing by 3. They will get the bullpen up just in case Burns has some trouble here. This will probably be Burns' last inning. And here's the pitch to Soto. He's 1 for 1 with a double and came around to score the only run of the game for Washington. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Soto gets aboard here. Like I say, the bullpen's up and ready. Let's see, you got a bunch of righties coming up. The Brewers got a nice bullpen, folks. Corey Kimball and Josh Hardy's up in the bullpen. So now you got Segui at the plate, Soto down at first. And David is 1 for 2 with the lone RBI of the game for Washington. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, a 25 and a 9. Sorry, that'll be a 28 and a 9. And they'll get the lead runner. That'll be the old 6-4 put out. And that'll be it for Steve Rogers. He goes 7 innings. And let's see who's going to come out here and pitch hit against the righty. Is it going to be Vidro or Tim Raines? They got no lefties on the bench. All their lefties are playing. And a 2-run homer only gets you the 1. They need somebody to get on base. So Tim Raines is going to come out and pitch hit. See if Tim can get on base here and bring the tying run to the plate. And Tim's batting .320 with no homers and 2 RBIs. Runner down at first. And 1 out. Can Raines keep this merry-go-round going? And nope, that's a swing and a miss. Burns strikes him out. And that'll be out number 2. So it's going to be up to Lou here with 2 outs to keep this 7th inning going. Washington would like to get at least a run here. Make it just a 2-run game. Lou's over 2. He has a walk in this game. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Can Lou take advantage of the 2-0 count? And that is going to be against the righty. 17. And that is going to be a nice play. Down and short by Robin Yount. Fires over to first, and that is your inning, folks. Brewers strand one. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still a 4-1 game. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. You got the big boys coming up. The 2 righties and a lefty. And it looks like Cordera is going to come out of the bullpen here. Trying to keep it, excuse me, a 3-run lead. Chad's coming out. There's Chad. And he'll be facing the 2-3-4 hitters, Yount, Molitor, and Fielder. Robbins 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer his last time up in the 5th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. This is Chad's 5th appearance, no record, and no ERA. And he gets a strikeout, his first victim here. And now it brings up Paul Molitor. He's 0 for 3, flown out, struck out, and grounded out. That's going to be a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. Chad's on fire here in the 8th. Can he strike the side out? Fielder's 0 for 3, grounded out to second twice and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Murphy. And that'll end it. And the side goes down in order here in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Nats got some work to do. They're trailing by 3. And are they going to let Burns pitch here? That is the question. A 3-run lead. And the bullpen they got. And who they got up here? They're going to let him at least pitch to Turner, the righty. Then you got Murphy and Harper due up. They might go to Harden for a 5-out save. I don't know. They got another lefty in the bullpen. So we're going to let him pitch to Turner here. Turner is 1 for 3 with a double, but he has struck out his last 2 times up. And that's going to be a base hit. Turner's aboard here, folks, with an infield hit. So now, do they want to bring in... Who do they want to bring in here? Josh to come in and pitch to these 2 lefties. I think that's what they're going to do. Josh is going to come in and pitch to these 2 lefties. So that's going to be it for Burns. He goes 7+ innings. And he's got a 4-1 lead, but the runner at first is his responsibility. So that'll be it for Burns. Josh is going to come in here and pitch to the lefties. And this is Josh's 4th appearance. He's 1-0 with no ERA. He's got Daniel Murphy up. He's 0 for 3 today with Turner down at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Murphy. And that's going to be against the lefty. 28 and a 9. And that's going to be a base hit. Daniel Murphy's aboard here with a single. Just like that, the Nats bring the tying run to the plate here, and Bryce Harper, first and second, nobody out in a 4-1 ball game. And Harper is 0 for 2. He has a walk in the game. Can Harper be the hero here and tie this ball game up. And that's going to be well hit. He's driven this ball out there in the outfield. Where's it going to land? And that's going to be a double in right field. That's going to score Turner. And Murphy, with nobody out in his speed, is going to stop at third. So double in the right field. And it is now a 4-2 ball game. And Rendon's up. And that closes the book on Burns. Now you got second and third, nobody out in a 4-2 ball game. They're going to play back here. And Rendon's 0 for 3. Let's try to get it out here. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Let's see if the runner's going to be able to tag here. 44 plus an 8. Murphy doesn't have much speed. And who's up after Rendon? Carter, who's not batting well. So you got to 21. 21. They're going to send him. They're going to send him. Of course, Harper's going to tag up from second. A 21. Carter's not hitting well. Carter's hitting under 100. So it'll be a 43 or lower. They're sending him. And he's in there, folks. Close play, but they say he's safe. That's a sacrifice fly. And that makes it a 1-run ball game. Now you got the tying run down at third with 1 out. Force the infield in. Gary Carter at the plate. First and third, 1 down. Carter, like I say, struggling. Only batting .087, and he's struggling in this game also. He's 0 for 3. He has flown out to center and grounded out to third. Here's the pitch to the kid. And that's going to be 20. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And it's a tie ball game, folks, as the Brewers have just blown this 4-1 lead. And now you still got the go-ahead run at first. And Soto's up as Josh Harder cannot get the job done right now. Carter is on first. Soto's 1 for 1. He has a double and came around the score. He's walked his last 2 times up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And now you got the go-ahead run down at second. And this will probably be Josh's last batter. He'll have Segui bat from the right side. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI today. First and second, 1 out. Carter down at second. The go-ahead run. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Braun. That'll be 2 down now. And Chad, they'll pitch hit here for Chad. See who's going to come out of the dugout here. And then he'll probably take Josh out. So he's going to come out of the dugout. And it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero's coming off the bench. And that's going to be it for Josh. So first we'll have the pitch hitter come out here. Old Guerrero come out and pitch hit. And he's going to come out and pitch. And Castro's going to come out here and pitch, try to get out of this mess with nobody else scoring. As Josh screws the pooch here, blows this 4-1 lead. So Bill Castro comes out. And he'll be facing Guerrero. Guerrero's batting .227 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. This is Bill Castro's 4th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA. You got Carter down at second, Soto down in first, 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Guerrero. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bill strikes him out. But the Nationals score 3 here in the bottom of the 8th to tie this game up at 4 apiece. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Nats. You got a lefty, righty, lefty coming up. And they do not have a lefty in the bullpen. Tim Burke is going to come out of the bullpen. So Tim's coming out to try to keep this a tie ball game. And this is Tim's 6th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 3.72 ERA. He'll be facing Yelich, Braun, and Ogilvy. Christian 1 for 3, singled his last time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Segui. He's up with it, takes it himself for out number 1. And Ryan Braun comes to the plate. He's 2 for 3. He's doubled, came around the score. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the go-ahead runs down at first. And Big Ben Ogilvy, he's already had a 2-run homer in this game. He's 1 for 2. Can he do it again here and give the Brewers the lead? And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Let's make sure here. I said that maybe too fast at 24. Yep, kiss it goodbye. That ball is out of here. Ben Ogilvy with 2 homers in the game just gave the Brewers a 6-4 lead as Tim gets lit up. Now you got Dave Nilsson 0 for 3 today. He did reach on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Harper. He makes the catch. So Tim settles down after the homer. Now it's 2 outs. And that's going to be it for Castro. And Big Bird. Doug will probably come in the game to pitch. Try to close this out. So that's it for Castro. Nabal will come in to pitch. But who's going to come in to bat? That's the question. And BJ Surhoff's going to come in pitch hit here with nobody on and 2 outs. Where's BJ at? Down at the bottom here. So BJ is batting .158. He has a homer and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Surhoff. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Turner. That'll be out number 3. But the 2-run homer by Ben Ogilvy gives the Brewers a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th. Like I say, see if they can hold it this time. Couldn't hold it in the 8th. Doug is going to come out of the bullpen here to try to save this game. Noble. And Corey, his 4 appearances. He's got 2 saves, but look at that ERA. Must have got blown up. Let's see. Let's see here. He had to get blown up in one game. Sure. Yep, he did. Against the Marlins, he gave up 3 runs got blown up. Other than that, he's pitched well, but yeah, he got blown up in that game. That makes that ERA look terrible. A 20.25 ERA. He's got the top of the order to deal with. Lou, Turner, and Murphy. Do they want to pitch hit for Lou? I think Lou's going to bat for himself here. They've already used their outfielders. Yep, Lou's going to bat for himself. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Paul at third. He's up with it, fires over to first. And there's one down here in the bottom of the ninth. And Turner's up now. And Trey is 2 for 4. He has a double and a single his last time up and came around to score to tie this ball game up back in the 8th. And that's going to be a rare play. A 39 and a 64. That's going to be hit down to first base. And that's going to be a nice play down there by Fielder. He dives, makes the stop, throws the ball over to Corey covering, and now there's 2 outs. And the Nats are down to their last at bat here. And is Murphy going to bat? That is the question. Is Murphy going to bat? And nope. Vidro's going to come out of the dugout. Yeah, they're going to let Murphy bat. I'm talking myself into things I don't need to. Murphy's going to stay in and bat. He's 1 for 4. He singled, came around the scores last time. They're going to let Murph hit. Here's the pitch, and it pays off. Murphy squares it up. Nats ain't done yet. And that ball was driven into the gap in right field. A 2-out double brings the tying run to the plate. And you got Mr. Harper up here. Can Harper tie this game up and be the hero? Harper is 1 for 3. He has an RBI double his last time up. Here's the pitch to Bryce. Or do you walk Harper? I puts the go-ahead winning run at first. Now, we're not going to walk the winning run. We're going to let him pitch to him. And that's a deep fly ball to center field. Ogilvie goes back, makes the catch at the warning track. And that's your ball game, folks. Harper lit into it, but not enough. Just hang on to win 6-4. Nice ending there. Let's take a look now at the box score. Nice game. Okay. And the Brewers 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Nationals 4 runs, 9 hits, out-hit them, but couldn't outscore the Brewers with 1 error. You had Rockin' Robin 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. You had the big boys, Braun and Ogilvie, both of them 2 for 3. And of course, Ben Ogilvie, the man. He was the man today. He was 2 for 3 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. The Brewers are only 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Robin, Yount, and Ogilvie with homers. Like I say, Big Ben with 2. And again, the Brewers only left 3 men on base. They was very good with the opportunities they had. Turner and Murphy both had 2 hits apiece, 2 for 5. And the Nationals were 3 for 9. They wasn't shabby with runners in scoring position. They left 9 men on base, though. Burns gets a no decision, goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 5. Josh blows the save. That's his second blown save of the year. 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, and walked 1. And Bill Castro comes in, picks up the win. He's 1-1, pitches a third of an inning with a strikeout. And Corey comes in, gets his 3rd save of the year, 1 hit, And that's all she wrote after that. Steve Rogers gets a no decision, 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, struck out 4, gave up the 2 homers. And Cordell comes in 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, and Tim Burke comes in and gets the loss, 1-2 now. He pitched 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, walked 1, and gave up the 2-run homer to Ben Ogilvy. Check out the standings and the leaderboard here in the National League. And you got the Braves are 2 games up on the Mets. The Phillies and Nationals with the loss. And the Nationals aren't. I'm sorry. The Phillies are 3 games back, and the Nationals with the loss are 3.5 games back. Marlins are 4. And with the win, the Brewers are now 2 games up on the Cubbies, Cardinals, and Pirates. The Reds are 2.5 games back, and the Astros 4. And out west, the Giants are 2.5 games up on LA. Arizona and San Diego 3, and the Rockies 4.5. And Ralph Garr for the Braves leading the league with a .436 batting average. You got Bonds and Sosa with 10 homers, and Sammy with 19 RBIs on the year. Lead the National League. And right now, Kyle Hendrick with a .6 ERA is leading the National League. Vale, Marichal, and Caldwell, all 3 of them with 3 wins to lead the National League. And Kent DeCalvey with his 5 saves is leading the National Leagues in that category. Sammy Sosa is leading the MVP voting, and Juan Marichal is leading in the Cy Young. Let's see what the next game will be. It'll be the second game of this series between the Brewers and Nationals. Check out the pitching matchup here. And Teddy Higuera is going to be on the mound for the Brewers, going up against Gio Gonzalez for the Nats. I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by. Check out his channel. If you're new to my channel, folks, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and hit that like button. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.